Have you been a victim of judgment? Have you judged other people? Hi, intention setters. It's Hayley Loewen here from I Am Blessed Mala Beads. And today we're going to be talking about a subject that is a tough one. Judgment. It's all about judgment. Judgment for yourself or judgment for other people. Have you been a victim of your own judgment? Have you been a victim of judgment? Have you judged other people? When you look at the root of judgment, you see fear. You're seeing a mirror of yourself in that person. So maybe that person is really successful and you want to be in their shoes, and it's difficult to feel good about it or feel like, oh wow, yeah, amazing job to that person, because maybe you want to be in their shoes and you fear that you never will be. Or maybe it's fear because you've been in a religion or you're in a family that has put certain limitations on you, like labels, and you're fearful of making them judge you if you do something that's not based on what those labels are. So looking at all these things in your life that people have told you who to be, and maybe you're not genuinely being yourself because of fear of judgment. I fear judgment when making these videos because I fear looking at all these amazing YouTube videos out there, and why would anybody want to listen to me? And I feel like I have something to share, I have something to say. I have pushed through a big judgment barrier. Whenever I find myself judging somebody else, I know it's because of fear. I know it's because it triggers something in me because I want to have a piece of what they have. I want a piece of the pie too. Or maybe it's judgment because you didn't agree with what they had to say, so you judged that person based on what you didn't agree with it. But everybody has a voice and everybody has the right to use their voice. And when you know that, you're able to look at somebody else's voice and listen to somebody else's voice and say, it's okay, I'm just choosing not to listen to this. Because when you're being judged, a lot of the time you want to defend yourself. You want to say, no, I'm not a bad person, or I don't care if you don't like my hair color. I don't care if you don't like my shirt. You want to say these things because you want to justify and feel better about yourself and that judgment. You don't want it to be a part of you. But when you fuel the judgment fire, so when people say something to you and you fuel the fire, or you fuel or feed the beast, you're powering them, you're giving them power. So starve them. Starve the person that's judging you. Starve the comments that are judging you. And you do this by saying nothing. Right? Knowing that by saying something, you are feeding this person. You also don't want to think about this person as being your enemy, because they're not. And by placing a label that they're your enemy, you're judging them, or you're giving them power. They're here to test you. So there's so many people in the world, and we live in this multi-dimensional universe. People coming from this walk of life and that walk of life, this religion, this family, these values. So people are going to see the world differently from you. Okay, so one of the things that you have to remember is that when you get a bad comment or you receive a judgment from somebody, it's looking at where it's coming from, looking at the big picture, and then ultimately knowing your worth. Going back to the mantra, I am worthy. So the next time you judge somebody, take a look at where it's rooted. Where is it rooted? Where is that coming from? Each time you do that, you learn something more about yourself. Because you can even look at the judgments made by the people who don't agree with you and learn from your reaction to them. Why did I react to this? And then with that comes growth. So it's almost being thankful, sounds kind of strange, but being thankful for these judgments that have affected you, so that when the next one comes, you're able to label it and no longer feel judged by these comments. You grow into a better person, so really thank you. You also want to speak your truth, live your truth, right? And when people say live your truth or speak your truth, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean or judge another person because you feel it's your truth to say something. Living your truth is living your dreams, going for the things that make sense to you. And when you look at judging somebody else, how is that being true to you? Or when you respond to a comment and it's in anger or hate or jealousy, that is a judgment, and that is fear talking. So when you realize that, you're really speaking your truth by saying nothing. Speak your truth by living it. Speak your truth by going for what you desire, living the life that you have always dreamed of. And that's how people can judge you, because they fear, because they want to have that too. So when you judge yourself, when you take the time to judge yourself, you're fueling that fear. So always remember to dissect it and look at it so that you can continue to move forward and live your truth. One thing that helped me along my journey was using a mala bead, and it was, the mantra I had was, I'm living my truth. It's made with lapis. These lapis beads are these beautiful deep blue beads with these golden specks of pyrite that I love so much because it connects to your throat chakra, this beautiful gorgeous blue, but it also connects with your intuition. So intuitively, who are you? How can you speak your truth? How can you use this beautiful throat chakra to intuitively live your life without fear of judgment, without placing judgment on yourself? So by saying I'm living my truth 108 times, you begin to live your truth. Because remembering that your words have power, you're creating that power with your words. You are creating your life with your words. So what do you want for your life? Do you want to live your truth? without fear of judgment from people that may even really love you. But again, looking at how it's coming to you. How is it coming to you? So one of my stories one of my stories is I was a nurse before, and I quit because I wanted to live my truth. Everybody was saying to me, Hayley, you should be a nurse, you should be a nurse, you should be a nurse, and I listened. I knew that I was meant to create. I knew that I am meant to have this company. I knew that I am meant to reach people on a deep soul level. Like, I know these things, but I listened to what other people wanted for me in fear of judgment. So when I quit being a nurse, when I fully quit my job, I was judged. And people were like, how are you going to afford to live? How can you do this? Are you crazy? But is it crazy to follow your dreams? Is it crazy to live your truth? Because eventually when you do, those people who once judged you look at your life and they're like, okay, she's doing all right. She's doing good. Or people will continue to judge you because they fear the unknown. Right? They fear reaching out and doing something as bold as that themselves. So, in essence, when you see or feel somebody judging you, you hear them judging you, don't fuel the beast. Don't fuel the fire. Look, you start to not care. How powerful is it to not care what other people think about you? How powerful is it that you don't care if this video only reaches 10 people if you've helped one? It's really, really powerful to live without judgment, to live without that fear. So the next time you judge somebody, take a look deep down on why that is. Because there's something in you that is fearing something in that person. Do you know what I mean? So if you want to live your truth, there's tools that can help you. Again, if you go to our website, iamblessmalabeads.com, and take a look at I Am Living My Truth, the mala beads and the mala bead necklace, and also the bracelet, that can help you to really infuse it into your life so that you can live that purpose-driven life of your dreams. If you're looking for more tips and tricks on how to use your mala bead or the latest mala bead, check out our Instagram. I'll post a link. It should be right here, along here, right about now. Check us out. Be open, be free, be blessed. Namaste.